How do you feel at a feeling level instead of labeling the answers? Going back to what we have learned from John, Carmen, and Michael, going back to the feeling of how do you feel this feeling internally inside you, that you're feeling this lack of motivation inside you. Think about your model. How have you seen your model performing, your model doing it, your model talking about it? Hello everyone, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I'm glad to see you in our Ridhima Dua's NLP series. This series is for questions on NLP and new Code NLP so that you can transform yourself and transform others. Keep experiencing, discovering, decoding and doing it real. In this video, I'm answering one of the questions which a lot of people ask me, and I think it's very important as well. And they ask me about self-motivation, that how do I stay self-motivated? How do I stay in this optimized state which can help me to improve and perform my daily activities seamlessly? We also addressed this in our closed community, and we got to know that there are so many people who are suffering with the challenge of performing their basic routine task with motivation every single day. And we thought to answer this question to all of you today. So, first important part. Again, please make sure that you have your pen and paper with you. Please make sure that when I ask you to do a technique, just go ahead and doing it. Doing will help you learn more deeper about your own self. And the more you learn about yourself, the more you discover, the more you experience, the more you can improve your own performance. The very first thing which comes to my mind to ask you all is that the moment you say to yourself that I am not feeling motivated, I am not feeling self-motivated, there is something which is happening in your body. My question to you is that what is stopping you to feel this motivation? What is stopping you to feel the motivation back to your performance? What's stopping you? Have you identified what is stopping you? The moment I ask this question, a lot of people say, oh, I feel that I have failed before, or I feel that something like laziness, or I feel that I am not consistent. So there can be multiple answers to this question, that there is something which is stopping me. Oh, I feel tired, or I feel restless, or I feel I haven't done it before, I don't know, etc. So there can be multiple answers to it. Let's focus on how do you feel at a feeling level instead of labeling the answers. Going back to what we have learned from John, Carmen, and Michael, going back to the feeling of how do you feel this feeling internally inside you, that you're feeling this lack of motivation inside you. There's something stopping you. What is stopping you? What is this feeling which is stopping you? At the feeling level, how do you feel about what is stopping you? So there's something which you feel. You notice where you feel that feeling. Where are you feeling this? Something is stopping me, like in my chest area, my shoulder area. Something is stopping me. Something is pulling me back. Something is holding me back. A lot of people use this language. They say that it's holding me back, it's pulling me back, I'm not able to move ahead, I'm stuck. Yeah. So there is something which is happening in your body. Notice right now itself. Notice right now itself. How do you feel that stuckness in your body? And touch that part. Touch that part and say, thank you so much. Are you here to help me to serve the intention for me to perform this particular task? Say, for example, this particular video which I'm performing right now to serve my community. So are you here to help me to serve the intention for my performance? Are you here to support? Are you listening that you can help me to support? So you are communicating with that feeling now. You're communicating, hey, are you here to help me and support? You are reframing it with the intention that the intention is to serve the community. You're reframing what specifically are you doing, performing a specific task, and you're asking the question of, are you here to support this task with this intention? And you take a deep breath with this frame which you offer it to that feeling, the frame which has been offered to the feeling, and you take a deep breath and say, thank you so much. And then after you do that, this is my personal experience with the learnings of John, Michael, and Carmen. When I do this framing, a specific frame which I offer, and you take a deep breath and you would observe that there is a change in your feeling and you say thank you. So there's a shift which you're observing. So we go more deeper with the processes of new Code NLP and get into how these changes, these feelings are communicating with me. Now I would shift this discussion to the next process which you can do is think about your model. How have you seen your model performing, your model doing it, your model talking about it? Just rehearse that internally and feel that strongly, and you get started with the performance. That's a simpler way which I'm talking on the surface for all of you. So one, I discussed with you about framing, that you can frame it to your unconscious about the feeling which you're getting. We go more deeper in new code with that. Second is that you think about the model which you have and you think about how the model would perform and what would happen. Automatically you would see, hear, feel the way the model perform, and your body will start shifting right now itself when you see, hear, feel the way the model performs, and you would feel it more deeper. So this is the second step. The moment you start feeling it, you just start going ahead and do it. Don't think about it too much. Just go and do it. All right. Number 3, more deeper. You can also do a technique of playing any game, play any activity. All right. You must have done it as a child. You play an activity which involves full body, right? Your left side, your right side. You play an activity. You do something which involves left and the right side of your body, which could be strength training, which could be Pilates, which could be yoga, which could be drumming, which could be dancing, or any other activity like badminton, lawn tennis. In that you require only one side, but then an activity which is more focused on both the sides of your body continuously working with you. And choose that activity with a little challenge this time. That, okay, I have done 10 kilometers today. My job is to do 10.5, in which I'm gonna use my left and right side of the body. I will use sound and I will just go ahead and do it. So challenge yourself in that same activity a little more than what you have done before. And go ahead and do that. Once you do that, once you do it with that challenge, you feel certain kind of motivation, you feel sense of achievement, you feel a certain thing, right? What I want you to do is, I want you to, the moment you observe that feeling, that motivation, that which occurs while you challenge yourself and you just do it, that moment, I want you to anchor it. How do you do it? Very simply, like I have just folded my hands so strongly and said anchor, yeah? So the moment I feel, I breathe and I fold my hand and I actually feel that more deeply, I can say that word to myself. For example, I did it. For example, motivation. For example, performance. For example, amazing. Anything which strikes you. So your steps are playing a game, giving yourself a challenge, achieving the sense of achievement, and the moment you do that, you feel that in your anchor, fold it like this, and the same time you say it with yourself and you feel it the most. Now just go to your place where you wanted to be motivated and take a deep breath, remember the time of that activity, feel that again, and just get started doing that activity, doing that particular thing which you were not able to do with motivation, and you would find the shift. So I have spoken in this video 3 different frames, 3 different techniques. The first one is more deeper, which we can discuss in the new code processes. The second one is about just thinking about a model and getting started. And the third one is more based on the new code processes, although it's a very simple way for a layman to understand, to just go ahead and test it and do it and just notice what happens in your body, and you would observe these shifts. Please understand these processes are very deep and we can help you learn these processes, especially new code NLP tools and techniques, which is created by John, co-created by Carmen and co-developed by Michael Cadell, and it can really help you to go more deeper in the process and systems. I hope that this was useful for you to use reframing, modeling, and a physical activity with anchoring to gain that self-motivation which you want for your daily routine. Do more and more NLP and gain more and more confidence and stay motivated always. See you then. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that you like it. Please like, share and comment in the box. I will be happy to see you very soon in some of the workshops. Keep experiencing, discovering, decoding and doing it real applications. Lot of love to you and seeking your blessings, Ridhima Dua.